Aloha, everybody. Welcome to our not live streaming. This is
Not so live.
not today. If the fires keep going, we might not be not so live. But
Also, for the record, today is
August 20th,
2020.
it's August 2020.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And first of all, let me say welcome and thank you again for all the support, love, and help during these extremely difficult times. Not only are we fighting the COVID today, you guys, and hopefully everybody out there is being safe with that, we have fires totally around us. It is choking smoke outside with mid-afternoon snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz now.
And it's an interesting snow because it happens at 80 degrees. I mean, it's not like you need 30 to have snow.
You know, when you drink your wine outside, it gives you a little bit of a smoky flavor to it.
It does, very smoky. So, yeah, so we're fighting fires all around us, COVID, we can't taste but only outside, and it's kind of difficult to taste when there's ash falling from the sky onto your umbrella and the back of your hand and all that stuff. So anyway, today we're going to taste some fun wines. We're going to do a Sauv Blanc, which is a gold medal winner, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Our Viognier, and we're doing a trifecta. We're doing a 14, a 15, and a 16 on our reserve cab from Atlas Peak. All three of these are 91 to 95 point gold winners. So anyway, we'll talk about those in a little bit. Can we get started with a little pour?
We should, but I just want to say before we do get started that every single one of these wines would pair marvelously with the Apocalypse. So, you know, if you're having any of those bad apocalypse, end of days, you need some of these MJA wines.
So do you think it's the start of the apocalypse?
I mean, well, we'll have alcohol either way, won't we?
Well, we have 7 years to drink all the wine we made. And in here, kids, that could be a challenge because there's 800 barrels of wine in here.
Hey, you know, we can have the best party ever.
It'd be a hell of a party. So.
Hell of a party.
So. Anyway, let's get started with a little Sauvignon Blanc. May I have a glass? 1, 2, or 3.
3 glasses.
Do you know what time we started?
We started 3 minutes ago.
Okay. So this is a 2018. This one is from George Shank's Vineyard out in Hope Valley. This is a fun, wonderful, crispy, terrific summer seafood or sitting on the patio at 102 degrees wine. Did I cover most of my bases?
You did. I can definitely confirm that because I've done multiple blind tastings with different Sauv Blancs, and on a really warm day, this one consistently is the favorite.
Yeah, it's crispy, it's yummy, it's
refreshing.
It's refreshing. You get thirsty during the day. Have a little bit of this. A few sips of this takes the thirst, it quenches your thirst right away.
Oh, this is pineapple juice.
That is pineapple juice. Delicious, tantalizing citrus, pineapple.
You know, I got
So
some fresh rockfish from Deluxe Market yesterday. We had a bottle of that with it, and I actually did it what I normally saute onions and garlic in olive oil, but this time I did it in a batter with a little of that Montreal seasoning in the flour with garlic salt, and then I battered it and egged it and threw it in and cooked it, and it was really good.
I mean, I feel kind of slighted. Why weren't we invited?
I don't know.
I mean, that's
Thought never crossed my mind.
apparently. Just keep it all to yourself.
Actually, I made enough. I could have had both of you.
Okay.
We had some left over.
Just insult injury.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna rub it in, let's do a good job of it. What the hell?
Why not? Here, have a little lime in that one.
You're in Santa Cruz and you go out on the wharf, you go to Stagnero's and you bring a bottle of this in and you have their crab louis or their shrimp and crab louis. Perfect wine, or anything they have on their menu for that matter.
I wonder if fish is going to have a smoky taste to it now.
You think it could?
I mean, who knows?
You think it'll penetrate the ocean?
Well, I mean, when we were driving home yesterday, you could see the ash, right, like on the surface of the water.
Really?
Yeah.
And so the fish eat the ash, and then there you go.
It's a
You
thought.
that way you don't have to break out to smoke.
You don't have to smoke them.
No,
They're
they're already
clean
done.
smoked.
Yeah, perfect.
Fantastic.
Not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You know, I could stay on this wine for the whole duration. of
I
it.
could too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beware, folks. This wine is almost 16% alcohol, but you can't really taste it. So that's how it kind of sneaks up on you. I mean, it's one of the wines that on a really warm day by the pool, if you're just hanging out by yourself, you can kind of drink the bottle. And it's not until you stand up that you realize what actually has happened. Not that I would have known anything about that. I mean, I just hear that from other people.
Yeah. With this Sauv Blanc, like I like the rockfish idea. I also would really like a grilled chicken breast with like some mango chutney and rice. Like there's enough tropical going on.
That would work well. It
Yeah.
would. Yeah, and chutney would kind of help it a little bit too. You know,
Yeah.
it would tie everything back together. It would.
A little spicy Thai food with this one.
But we don't want the hot, because when the Thais say it's hot, it's hot. Remember our restaurant in Kona? Remember that one?
Yeah. Fire.
I tried the hot, and they had one of those. It was one of the Thai soups, and it almost closed your throat. It was so hot. I mean, it was just unbelievably hot. I can eat really hot stuff, and I went, "Holy crap, this is horrible."
When a Thai person warns you about the spiciness of the food, listen to them.
The next time we came into that restaurant, I ordered the mild. I did, and it worked out really
You're
well.
like, oh, this is great.
The hot, you were sweating, and your throat was closing. Other than that, it was perfect.
You know, there's a YouTube channel you need to watch called First Sweet Feast, where they interview celebrities. And they have them eat like a dozen hot wings. And on every hot wing, the hot sauce gets even hotter. So it starts at like 3,000 Scoville units. And the last one is between 1.5 and 2 million. And the further you get toward the end of the interview, they get really like forthcoming, because they don't have enough time to rehearse their answers because their mouth is on fire. So you're getting like more genuine responses from them. Like, they're just
holy
like,
crap!
Oh my God, I can't think. All right, what do you want to know? I'll tell you anything. Just please, please stop. It's quite entertaining.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, jam. Now we haven't picked your brain on what you would pair this with, besides parsnip
And spicy Thai food.
and spicy. Yeah, but yeah, you got to give me a little bit more than that.
Well, I mean, any kind of Thai food. You could do it with the spicy stir fry. You could do it with spicy lamb soup.
No.
Yeah.
No.
This is not a soup wine.
This would pair with a spicy Thai soup.
Get out of here.
No, I'd stand by that, actually.
You do?
No.
What else? Let's would this pair with? Any kind of white fish or crab, as you said. It would pair with.
If Cathay from
fish
Florida, if you're out there,
fish tacos.
don't listen to it.
Fish tacos would be really nice with this one.
This would work well with fish tacos.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
What about a turkey sandwich?
Be okay.
Yeah, a little mayo, a little tomato, you know, lettuce and tomato. How about a BLT in this? It would work.
It would work.
It would,
It would work.
because it's light enough. It would work. Yeah.
Well, I think like it might be a little heavy, but if you put like honey mustard on it instead of mayo, that could
That might
lighten it
balance
up
it out.
enough.
I'll have the mayo. You can have the honey mustard.
Honey mustard's great.
They have the Japanese mayo.
You gave me that one. I've been using it a
It's
lot.
good, isn't
I
it?
really like
Isn't
it.
that
I
good?
do.
I don't know.
I like
what-
it better than the other one.
I don't know what they do, but they have the Japanese have magical mayo.
Yep. What are we doing next?
Little Viognier.
We're gonna have Viognier?
Viognier.
Okay. Perfect.
I think it's a 17 Viognier.
Is it? And where does it come from?
It comes from California, specifically the Central Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my general manager, John Michael Artukovich, who knows exactly where every one of our grape sources
There's not a
are.
list with all these things down. Is there?
There's
Yeah, there is a list
All right.
with all these things down. What does it say on there?
Central Coast.
All right, so it gives you a clue. Where do we get from Central Coast? It's specific, sure. It is.
Monterey
Yeah. Or
or Santa Cruz.
no, Santa Cruz is not Central Coast. Santa Cruz is Santa Cruz Mountain. So I'm sorry, your appellations are pretty well laid out.
Where is this? I don't know. Where is it from?
Gemelli.
I thought it was Jamal.
No, you
I
didn't.
swear to God, I did.
No, you didn't. So where's Gemelli located?
Where is Jamal?
This is our general manager speaking here, folks.
I remember the name, but associated with a specific location.
You know, he's lucky he's my son. Otherwise, I could learn to dislike him a lot. But Gemelli is where?
In the Central Coast.
Hollister.
All right.
You were going to say Hollister. Yeah, that was just about to leap out of your throat, right?
It was actually.
Oh, oh my God. Oh,
I don't even
oh,
believe you.
Jesus. Okay, Miss Kathy, tell me about this Viognier.
It's a little hard to get the nose right now, but it's very tropical on the palate. Got some mango happening.
It's got some vanilla in the back.
It's got kind of a creamy,
Creamy
Tasty,
vanilla.
creamy
it's,
vanilla.
It's creamy vanilla at the back.
little butterscotchy.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. at the
This
end.
one's made in French oak, you guys. It's aged 2.5 years in French. By the way, let me go back to the Sauv Blanc a little bit to give you a little life expectancy, because otherwise I haven't been doing my job. Life expectancy of this Sauv Blanc, I would say, is about 10 years. Why? Because it's made in stainless steel for 6 months and then finished in a concrete egg, which gives it minerality and longevity. These are wines that will last a long time. This Viognier is probably a 12-year wine, or maybe a little longer. So it's 2.5 years in French oak. That gives it its life expectancy and its tannins to do that. Okay?
Yep.
All right? Continue. Tell me what you're going to pair this with.
What would I pair this with?
You know what I'd pair that with?
I pair this with
Apricot cobbler.
That'd be pretty good. I'd eat it. A little vanilla ice cream.
And with a little vanilla on the side. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
Oof, that'd be tasty.
a little pumpkin pie vanilla with this.
No.
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 No. You have the worst ideas. Oh my God. I love you, but you have the worst ideas ever.
See, I disagree. I would be happy.
You disagree on the love you part or the pumpkin pie part?
Yes.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
well, okay, what would I pair this with?
All right, let's go into something that you would cook and pair this with. Let me think.
What about well, this wouldn't quite work with linguine. That wouldn't work.
You know what
No,
I
it
would
wouldn't work.
really like with this? Like a trying to remember the term. It's
This
is shameful. It's a southern dish.
well, I'm going to give you a southern dish that I would
Okay.
pair it with.
Okay.
Ham hocks and cornbread. And they would. It would.
Definitely the cornbread.
Cornbread with a little
cornbread,
honey.
sure, but
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
this will work fine with cornbread.
Oh yeah, cornbread.
Ham hocks, they're kind of nondescript. I mean, they're not real flavorful.
Ham hocks are pretty flavorful when they're done southern. I think it's a little too salty for this wine, but I'm thinking something very creamy. You know what you could do? You could do a country fried steak with this one.
Oh, that'd be good with
With
it.
like the sawmill gravy on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. And cornbread.
And cornbread.
I love cornbread.
Cornbread's great.
I love cornbread. I do.
So like a common southern recipe for ham hocks, just like fun fact, usually it's cooked in Coca-Cola when you're doing it real southern.
Really?
Yep.
Coca-Cola.
Yep. I was shocked. I go to the Piggly Wiggly, get a ham hock, and they're like, oh, okay. So it was like a pre-cooked one, and it's like, okay, heat up on the stove, cook in a reduction of like Coca-Cola.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet it's good though.
It was pretty tasty. Very distinct flavor, not something I would have with this, but it was good.
Well, they use anything available down south.
I mean, I'm kind of shocked. I'm like,
Lucky you don't have old motor oil laying around because they'd tell you to throw that in too. It'd probably be
like
good.
who was the first person to try that? He was like,
Somebody that had nothing else to cook with. He had a can of Coke and he poured it in and said, "This will work."
This is fine.
That's exactly how that
fine.
worked. Are you kidding? Come on.
Yeah.
What's a sandwich that you would pair this with, Miss Marin?
You want me to say that fried chicken sandwich?
I didn't say a word.
You were looking at me.
I didn't say a word. I said nothing.
Sir,
What would you pair it with?
not that fried chicken sandwich.
You
I
might think this is
suggested
crazy,
nothing.
but I would pair this with the pastrami sandwich.
You know what? Pastrami would work.
Yeah.
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 No, that's
No,
not
that would
crazy.
really
A
work.
nice, good kosher pastrami. This would be really tasty with a pastrami sandwich.
Yeah.
I practically
And you know what?
Yeah.
Now I want one of those.
go to Zachary's downtown.
They have them?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
They have like almost everything, and all their sandwiches are really good.
Wow.
We just we ate there, a week ago? Oh, yeah, Zachary's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good.
Folks, we've been given the signal to switch over to red.
You guys, we're doing something really special today. We're going to take 3 of our Super Gold Medal winners. These are all 90+ point wines. They're all from Atlas Peak. 14, are we in order? Promiscuous, 15, Dirty Old Man, and 16, Seduction. These 91, 92, and 95. So, and we also are running a special on those that if you buy 2, you get the 3rd one free and you can mix and match.
Yeah?
All right.
You have a vertical of 90-point winners for buy 2 for $250. You get 3 90+ point winners and some of the best wine we've ever made. You can't beat this deal, guys.
See, I should have put the medals under each one. I regret not doing that.
I regret that you didn't do that. And I'm really sad now.
You're such a charmer. You're such a charmer.
Yeah. For Atlas Peak calves,
You know, you guys, right now in California, we have fires in every major grape growing area in California, from Paso Robles to all over the Santa Cruz Mountains, Salinas. Corralitos has a new fire today.
Oh, good.
All over the Santa Cruz Mountains, all over Napa Valley, all over Sonoma. And you got Hillsburg and Gurneyville and all those areas. You pretty much got this area consumed in fires. Our problem for this year will be before we can bring any grapes in, we're going to have them tested for smoke, contamination or influence. Yeah. So, and that's on the poor growers, and they're struggling right now to make a living as it is, and now they're going to have that on top of them too. I was talking to Robbie yesterday, and he goes, "We can't bring grapes in that have been, influenced by a lot of smoke." He said, "It's like drinking your barbecue, and that's not something."
It's like drinking a fireplace.
Yeah. Yeah. Promiscuous, 2014. This is our first year in Atlas Peak. It is incredibly good.
Yeah.
It is my double throw me down ribeye double chocolate fudge cake wine.
Your new one.
Yeah, my new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those hombres used to be that guy.
And Chewy before him.
If I had a wine that I would use every time I threw a ribeye on the Barbie, it'd be this guy. Because it just takes the fat and just kind of mixes it all and makes it all work with this wine. It does.
You will never be disappointed.
You'll be more than not disappointed. You'll be ecstatic.
You know what I really want with this wine, along with the ribeye and a double fudge cake? I want some roasted Brussels sprouts with blue cheese. With the balsamic, so tossing the Brussels sprouts in olive oil and balsamic
I'm not
vinegar.
a Brussels sprouts fan.
Roasting it.
I would go with, personally, with cauliflower or something else, but that's okay.
I was going to hit you if you were going to say parsnips. I was going to hit you.
No, you eat the parsnips. I don't eat them, so it's not going to come out of my mouth.
Well, it's like, so when you roast Brussels sprouts, well, they get kind of like a sweeter flavor instead of that like really just
Yeah.
cruciferous bitter
They do.
flavor.
They do.
So I'm like, that sweetness combined with like that slight vegetable flavor plus blue cheese. And
The problem for me is when I eat Brussels sprouts, I can't keep the sheets on the bed for the rest of the night. I mean, it just happens.
I mean, if that's an issue, I don't know. Like,
That's
Well, yeah, but like, what is the suggestion? It's not like you are not a vegetarian.
huh?
This is vegetarian style.
I said
suggestions.
along with the ribeye.
what she was doing is using it as a side.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd like a little potatoes au gratin with this,
That'd be good.
and then maybe I would do, maybe a little summer squash with it. I like summer squash with a little butter on it.
Butter and garlic. There we go. I like that. Okay.
Well, garlic goes with everything.
Well, yeah.
Well, you got garlic on everything I'm cooking, so I mean, if it doesn't have garlic on it, it doesn't keep the evil spirits away.
Well, see, Frank,
Promiscuous
you never
appears
measured
with
garlic.
garlic.
The amount comes from here.
That's it? Good to know. Good to know. You guys out there, these wines are over and above exceptional. They are really, really special. And this is a vertical, 14, 15, and 16, and buy two, take three. Mix and match them. They're all the same price. I would take all three and keep that vertical in your collection. This has a life expectancy of 30 years, these wines. You lay them down and take care of them, they're good for 30. Not that we need them, you drink them tomorrow, but they will last 30 if you want them to. You got a special occasion, you got a grandchild or a child that's really, really young and you want to open one for their 21st birthday, this is the wine I would pick for that. So,
It's a tasty one.
yes it is.
Yes, it is.
But they're all tasty. So.
I know.
You're allowed to like all of them.
Yeah.
Really? Maybe that's why they got all 90 plus points?
That might be why.
Do you think it had something to do with that?
One or two things.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just like $250 for 3 bottles Atlas Peak. I'm like,
Well, try to beat that in Napa.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't beat that
No,
anywhere.
You'd be paying
If
$250
you're-
for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a 90+ point wine, you're going to be $250 to $350 on every one of these wines, and you're getting 3 of them for $250. So,
Wow.
good.
I might just pick this one home.
No, you're not. You're going to pour it out for the weekend.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. not because we won't save it till that point, but if the weekend comes,
I can neither
we'll see
confirm
what's
nor
happening.
deny.
This is like a conspiracy.
Well, look, everything's on fire, man.
I mean, if there ain't no one here
If
to
there ain't
drink
no
it,
one here, it needs to go to a good cause, clearly.
Then we need to be creative enough to figure out how to get somebody in here, please. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Two.
We can ship, guys. Never forget, we can ship your wine. Worst comes to worst.
our shipping capacity is
Getting better now.
Is the same that it was. The mail service might be a little delayed because of recent events, but we can still ship wine.
And because the temperatures are starting to drop, so we are in a better window coming up this next week to ship wine. So we're at the lowest temperature curve that we've had in 2 weeks.
Well, plus GSO was refrigerated trucks,
So they say.
yeah.
and they have air conditioning. It's worked out well for everyone that's gotten their wines with GSO.
All right, you guys, this is DOM, Dirty Old Man. My son is responsible for naming that for me. Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
Who could
This is a
have seen that
2015 Atlas Peak. This sucker is really smooth, yummy, yumptuous. What else could you say about it?
coming? It sparks joy.
You're so abstract.
It brings a smile to the faces of men.
Every wine that I pour does that. Give me something
A
else.
bigger smile.
Kathy in Florida, if you're watching. Yeah. Okay. This is one of my favorite all-time wines. It's not my ribeye wine particularly. It would work with any of the steaks. This is my prime rib wine. This is a beautiful wine that does nothing but enhance the taste of a great cut of prime rib. And do you agree?
I mean, I do. You can also just drink it.
Let me see. Oh my.
It pairs with a great day, a mediocre day, and a catastrophically bad day.
You know what's great?
And the love of your life.
And that's it.
You know what's great about Dirty Old Man? It's like when it was first opened and we first released it, it was a fantastic wine. And each and every time we open a bottle, it develops and just gets a little
A
bit
little
better.
bit better. It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. This won the Monterey International Wine Competition and as one of the best wines around, and it's just incredible. It is. And this is again in part of our offer of buy two, take three. Guys, take advantage of this. I'm not going to do this again. Well, I might if COVID stays, but COVID is, you can thank COVID for me specialing this at such a low price. So
Hey, we got to pay the rent.
somehow.
Somehow.
So we have, of our 14,500 square feet that we have here at the MJA complex west side, 14,000 square feet of it is under roof that is air conditioned and climate controlled, and I can't use it for my wine tasting. I got to pour outside on the asphalt. So
It's very frustrating.
you think it is? Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. You know, where you could come in, we're in the barrel room right now, you could sit down, have a great wine tasting with some snacks and stuff in a beautiful environment around 800 barrels of wine, and it's probably 68 degrees in here and perfect right now.
It's honestly, it's safer back here.
And clean air without any choking smoke and ash, but our governor sees fit that we should be pouring wine in choking air. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe they won't drink so much if they're outside.
Maybe
drinking.
not.
Yeah, maybe
That's more for us to do.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I would wine taste back here if it was legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, people have said, why can't we just sneak in the back and wine taste back there? I went, yeah, we could, but that's not us. We keep it honest, we keep it true, and
I mean, you
the
gotta
rules say this, we live by the rules. We're not going to break the rules to sneak in a wine tasting. So. You're happy, right?
I'm very happy.
Oh, this is such a tasty.
No, that's the wrong wine.
Nope.
And I'm about to pour the next one. Gee whiz, Jam.
I'm thirsty.
Kathy.
I mean, this should be a sign to the audience that just how good Dirty Old Man is.
It truly is. I mean, it's one of the best wines we've ever made.
Yeah. It's like there's so much cranberry, but then like an undertone of like a smidge of cigar usually, but with kind of the smoky profile outside, it's kind of covering that. But there's also just like that kind of chocolatey profile, and it's just
It's a great chocolate wine with anything you want to do, and a nice cigar after if that's what you're into. I gave up cigars about 1975, but if I was still smoking cigars, this would be the wine I'd want
I
to.
tried to give you one.
You gave me two of them, I gave them back to you.
I know.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah. I used to smoke a box of cigars a week. A box a week, and I inhaled them all.
I know. That's just wrong.
That's why I quit doing it.
Well,
Like
can't you learn to puff on it? Like
No,
a
I don't
normal
want to.
person?
I don't want to puff.
No.
So
If I'm going to get cancer, I don't want just mouth cancer. I want lung cancer with it, or otherwise I don't want it.
See, a normal person throws up when they.
a fun story with cigars from John. The first time we went on a road trip together, we stayed at a place that had a little fire pit, and he brought a bottle of Dos Hombres with him.
Yep.
And also a cigar and some chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. And I wasn't really a cab drinker. I wasn't a cigar smoker. I had never tried like a whole macadamia nut chocolate-covered thing. And he's just like, all right, you gotta do this. And so we were outside by a fire pit, drinking Dos Hombres, and he's just like, okay, take a puff of the cigar. Don't inhale it, just let it linger in your mouth, exhale it, and then take a sip of Dos Hombres, and then eat a chocolate-covered macadamia nut. And I'm like, the wine before any of that was delicious, and then everything else paired with it. I'm like, I've never experienced anything like that before. It was so fantastic.
Perfect combination. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that's how I introduced Kathy to two vices that hitherto she was innocent of.
I'm 6 years old, 5 years old. We're living in LA. Dad was not a cigarette smoker. He smoked Havanas, Cuban cigars, really good Cuban cigars. So I decided I could smoke Cuban cigars. I'm 6 years old, puffing on cigars behind the garage. All the neighborhood kids come with us. They're all taking a puff off of it. They turn green and puke, and I'm inhaling them, and I'm just fine. So I knew I was in trouble from 6 years old on. I did that, and yeah. Anyway, yes, that's why cigars were always real special to me. So in 1975, when I quit, I thought it was about time to do that. So,
Mr. Iron One.
yeah, no kidding. All right, this is Seduction. This is the trifecta of the three Atlas Peak wines. This is a 95-point winner. This one is from Atlas Peak 2016. If it's walks, crawls, this sucker is going to pair with it. I mean, if it's gamey, if it's an antelope, if it's a deer, if it's an elk, if it's a moose, if it's anything of that nature, this wine's going to pair with it. I mean, it will pair with anything red meaty. It is just a superb cab. Why did you wrinkle your nose?
It's got like a really big plummy flavor to it.
So?
And a lot of dark fruit.
Good.
It's good. It's just not quite what I expected.
Okay, let me go taste it now.
Don't hurt your voice there, old man.
Hey.
Oh, this has gotten better. Ooh, wee. Oh my, that's
But
nice.
it's different than you were expecting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Different from the last time I tasted it.
Exactly.
It's like plummy. It's almost like pomegranate.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You guys, this is a 2016, 2046. It might be just getting really good. So
I think it's really good now.
it's more than really good right now. Again,
I don't think you have to wait
again, it
2046 to
is
drink
part
this
of our
wine.
trifecta. Buy two, take three on these. I don't normally pour 3 reserves like this in a row, but I wanted you guys to understand what these were about and how good they are and how good they will get in another 5 years and 10 years. Christoph, I'm sure you're going to be watching this one. Seduction is coming to another level. You haven't tasted it in a while. Next time you come in, I'll pour it for you because it's really good. So.
What would you pair this with?
Everything.
I think we need some specificity.
Okay, I would pour it with a tri-tip. I'd pour it with a lamb chop. I would pour it with a lamb rib rack. I would pour it with a New York, a top sirloin. I'd pour it with a ribeye too. I would pour it with
What Croatian dish would you pair this with?
Viognier.
What's that?
Lamb.
Oh.
Listen, my Croatian friend that's taking all these classes and things.
That was taking all these classes before COVID.
Viognier. Okay. In Croatia, where all of our family comes from, they don't have cattle. They have one milk cow and that's what they use for their milk and their butter and cream and the stuff that they use. And when the cow gets old and dries up, they kill it and eat it, and then they get another cow. So our hills are very similar to Greece with the big white round rocks and grass that grows in between them. And we have a herd of sheep that we grow there in Klobuk, Croatia, or Bosnia and Herzegovina, where our people come from. So our main stay for meat always from all the Croatian people is lamb for that reason. And this is a terrific lamb wine. It is.
Yeah, it is.
What would you pair it with? Parsnips and what?
Lamb.
Good call. Did you come up with that all by yourself?
You know, I don't like to brag. Oh,
Yes, Miss Kathy, I'm waiting for some. That's a big, deep breath.
I mean, I have to concur. This is a wine that goes with so much.
It's true.
I'm having a hard time deciding like what.
How about if you had
a
a skirt steak, a marinated skirt steak with a balsamic vinegar and oil beet and red onion salad?
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
that's your salad. It's a beet salad with red onions and balsamic and vinegar and oil kind of salad with your beet salad, and then maybe some little mashed potatoes on the side.
I mean,
I
That would
think
work
that's gonna get a
fantastically.
Christie stamp of approval right there. Shoot.
Okay. And who's cooking that and when?
See, what I'm trying to rack
Make
my
that happen.
brain for is like, what would this wine pair with especially well that like Dirty Old Man and Promiscuous wouldn't pour quite as well? Like, what is the optimal pairing?
The red beet salad.
Oh yeah, like this is the only wine we've done that would pair with beets.
That red beet, that makes me think of red beets when I taste the wine. You know, and I'm not a great beet, a red beet eater, but when it's done in a salad and it's cold, oh my God, that's one of my favorite salads.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, it's like this wine, just as a heads up, it's not like earthy at all. Like there's not an earthiness.
No,
to
it's
it.
brighter than that. It is.
But you could pair it with a vegetable that's more earthy, and like the acids and the profile with it balance it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a beef goulash, it would work with that. If you had a lamb stew, it would work with that. If you had, I mean,
Well, I mean, of course, it would also work with Dirty Old Man and Promiscuous.
Promiscuous, not as much. No, but Dirty Old Man, yeah. Promiscuous says, give me the good damn ribeye and leave me alone, you know, and give me some big hunk of chocolate after that. Double throw me down ribeye, double chocolate fudge cake wine.
So, Miss Miller, what dessert would you love with this one?
I would pair this with a raspberry gelato.
Yeah.
I was definitely in the raspberry blackberry kind of family. I was thinking pie, but I'm like, pie has a little bit too much vanilla for this.
Yeah.
But I like the berry reduction over like vanilla gelato. That sounds really good.
Yeah, and you know, some of the good gelatos today are just so damn incredible. They really are. There's a lot of good people that make great gelatos, and something with a real raspberry gelato would be really good with this.
Well, it's like something that's like just so creamy, but with like the fruity.
Yeah, exactly.
I do that.
Some kind of, you know, really.
See, that's
rich,
why you
dark
pay me the
chocolate
big
cake.
bucks here to give you the right ideas for food. Yeah, 'cause if I had to depend on yours, we'd all be really skinny. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe you should.
It's cute that you think that.
He's actually been cooking recently.
Has he? Is he getting better?
So I have a story.
Hey. This is in the morning.
That's
Right after I woke up, I'll have you know.
What did he do?
I was like, John, I
Yeah.
want a grilled cheese. Could
Yeah.
you make me a grilled cheese? And he's just like, I got you. I
Well,
want
she
to do
couldn't.
something
She
that'll
couldn't
make
make
you
up her
happy.
mind. It took her 30 minutes to come up.
That was last night. No,
Well,
this
that was
morning I
also
knew
this
what I
morning.
wanted.
So
Not
what did
quite
he?
as long,
How
but
did he do
nonetheless.
the grilled cheese?
So I asked him afterwards if he had ever made a grilled cheese before, and he was like, well, no. So how he did it was he took a chunk of cheese about half an inch thick, and he put butter in a
quite
pan.
half.
He
put
fried
butter-
it?
He grilled the cheese.
He fried the cheese?
And he put it on toast.
Oh my God.
And then he kind
I
of cooked each
buttered up
side
the
of it.
pan quite a lot first.
Oh my God.
Hey, you can't argue with the results, all right?
It was really good.
Kathy, Florida.
It tasted good. But I'm just like, hun, if you want to save yourself that cleanup with burnt cheese in a pan.
Yeah, you put you do the bread in the pan with the butter and then put the grilled cheese. Yeah.
Look, we had things to do. I couldn't.
It tasted delicious, but
Boy, what a roundabout way to get to a good thing, right?
yeah.
You're very creative, I gotta say.
It was delicious.
You know what? I have never heard of anybody doing that. So yeah.
It was a literal take on grilled cheese. It was very tasty. Just kind of a pain to clean up.
You're encouraging my culinary exploration here.
Anyway, you guys, to kind of button this up for this episode, we want to tell you that we love the love that you share with us and give to us every day. Please, you guys that are not from here and that are far away, we will ship to you. We'll get the wine to you keep thinking about us. We've got specials online. We've got this wonderful special going on our reserve trifecta. Think about us. We think about you. Come in and visit us when you can. We miss you guys. We love you guys. We thank you for all your love and support. Please stay safe out there. I hope the fires don't affect you. This is a tough time of the year for fires in California with all the lightning strikes that we've had here. So please take care. God bless. We love you and hope to see you soon. Mahalo nui loa.